good afternoon. I said I would pop on at 3 o'clock, so it's just after 3. My computer decided to update when I turned it on, so it's just restarting, but I'm doing this via my phone, so hopefully I'll be able to get your comments up on my PC as well once that finishes what it's doing. Hope you guys have had a great day. I'm meant to be at a baby shower right now, but I woke up with a bit of a sniffle and felt a bit yuck, and I didn't want to spread that around, so I decided to stay home and keep my germs to myself today. Hi, if you've just joined us. So I've just been pottering around in my craft room, taking it easy, and then I remembered that a big brown box arrived for me on Friday and I hadn't opened it yet. So I'm going to do that in front of you guys. I've just opened the seal on the box. I haven't really taken anything out. So I can't even remember what I ordered. It is my pre-order for the new, the new mini catalogue. And the mini catalogue comes out for customers in January. If you're joining Stampin' Up during the next little while, you can actually choose in December. If you join Stampin' Up in December during our official pre-order. So this was my product purchase premiere, which we could pre-order some items from the mini catalogue because we attended the Onstage at Home event, which was last weekend, and we were able to order things during the week, and thankfully they came very quickly. But we do have a pre-order for all demonstrators in December, which means that all of us can order from the entire mini catalogue for that month, and we get to see and play with the new products before anybody else. So if you'd like in on that, if you'd like to know some more details, you can message me and I'll send you some info. You can actually also choose pre-order new catalogue items for your starter kit. Not many people know that, so I can send you I can send you an advance copy of the catalogue so that you can choose some of those items if you wish to. So if you've thought about joining the Stampin' Up family, now is a great time. We're going to have lots of new products to play with very soon. But here is my product purchase premiere, and my computer has just updated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you into the cradle. Now I really hope this orientation on my phone is correct, and I will see. Let me just pop it that way. Here we go. I'm going to just make that a little bit taller so that you get a bird's eye view of what's in the box once I open it. There you go. And let me just come to my computer here and see if I can get my page. I'm going to put some more light on the subject. So while I'm getting my Facebook business page up on my computer, I might just start opening this box just to show you what is inside. If you're there, say hi and say where you're watching from. We'd love to know. If you are watching from Australia, you can let us know where, or even if you're watching from elsewhere, let us know. We'd love to hear from you where you are watching from today, or maybe it's evening where you are. I hope you've had a chance to do some crafting today, wherever you are, and I hope that you are having a great day, whether it's Saturday or still Friday, maybe even where you are. It's been a lovely day here today. We've got some warmer weather coming our way, so I think we're sort of bracing ourselves for this summer. We've heard that it's going to be very hot here in Australia, so I think we are definitely bracing ourselves for a hot summer. I know that there's many of us who, don't like the heat, so we're kind of working out ways to stay cool that don't use up too much electricity with our air cons. I think they're worried that all the aircons are going to get used and we're going to run out on the grid or something. I saw an article about that the other day. Okay, let me go straight to my business page, and hopefully I will be able to see our live happening now. Here we go. We are happening. We are live. And I think we are the right way around. Yay. All right. So I'm going to take out all of our packaging here just to show you what is in my box. And as I said, these are stamp sets that you would not have seen before. So you are probably not going to recognize any of them unless you've seen another demonstrator who has been showing you the new things. So we have a beautiful new, I think this is a whole suite of products, and I'm trying to remember what's in it. I think it's a suite, and I think I've got some matching, some matching paper as well. So this, I believe, is Notes of Nature, a Notes of Nature bundle. And I got this because it is, I guess, the style that I am really drawn to. I love vintage style. I'm just going to put this flap down so that I don't have to keep holding it. That's better. The vintage style stamp set, which is part of this suite, is actually one of the things that really drew me to it. I love this stamp here. I'm thinking you could even stamp that over the top of designer series paper. There's a few leaf fronds. There's a flower. There's like a ledger book or a grid pattern that is very cool as well. And I really love these greetings also. So that whole stamp set really drew my attention. And I still don't know which one I'm going to play with for you today on the video today, but I'll decide as I go along. Here are the dies, just so you can see. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So I love the fact that they've got, it's like a binder. So you can cut these holes, these circles out going down the page. Excuse me. And I've got the idea, I think I've seen someone make a little notebook with the designer series paper, so I'm kind of looking forward to using that. I think that would look nice just down the side of a card front as well. And we've got all these other shapes here that, of course, will match the fronds and the flower, and a few extra leaves and like a vine. I guess that looks like that's a bit of a vine shape, isn't it? And you'll notice that there's some detailing in that die as well. So it's not just a die that cuts, but it also puts some texture on the cardstock that you're cutting from. So I really love that bundle. That's the Notes of Nature bundle, and that is coming in the new mini catalogue. Very exciting. What else do we have? We have ice cream swirl. Okay. So I got this one because, I don't know, it's just cute and fun. I thought you could use blends with it. You could stamp on designer series paper and punch it out with the matching dies. I really like the greetings in this too. Great for the sweet tooth. I like the strawberry. How cute is that? You could just stamp a whole heap of those and use it. Love the donut. Love the sprinkles. I think that might be like a little wafer or something that goes in the top of your ice cream. Oh, and there's a cherry. I didn't notice the cherry. So let's have a look and see what these dies are, because, again, I haven't really looked at these very closely. I saw them we get a PDF of the new catalogue, which allows us to have a look at all of the items before we choose which ones to order. We didn't have the whole selection to order, just a few things. How cool is that? So I'm thinking that you could make, I think that puts a fold line, and I think that becomes a card. So you then put the swirl on the front of the card and you fold them together. Maybe that's what that's for. I think it is, because it's not a cut line. And likewise, you can just use them as single ice creams, but I think that's designed to make a card that folds over in the shape of the cone. How cool is that? We've got a sprinkles die. We have like a little cup. There's the strawberry and the cherry. That's for the donut, I believe, and that's for the wafer. And I loved all the texture in this die. I think you can, there's two dies actually. One of them cuts around the outline. So here we go. We've got this one to cut around the outline, but this one actually does cut out some of the swirls. And so you could have a two-tone ice cream. You could like have a raspberry swirl going through or something like that. I think that's going to be lots of fun to play with. I can't wait to play with that. Very cool. Love, love, love. All right, definitely reminds me of summer. Incidentally, for coming nights in Australia, which is very exciting, I was able to choose a prize. And one of the prizes was an ice cream sorbet and frozen yogurt maker. So that's what I chose. And that is on its way. So I'm really hoping that I'll be able to create lots and lots of my own homemade ice cream. And I will show you. I'll show you my first batch once I've made it. Alrighty, so we've got, I think this is also from the same suite as the Notes of Nature. This is the other stamp set in the suite. I got the whole suite because I loved it. This one's called Lovely and Sweet. And it's got some beautiful flowers and almost like botanical images and words as well. Really like that. Great for gardeners actually. Field, Lawn and Garden, a monthly journal of rural affairs, art and literature. How gorgeous is that? I'd love to read that journal. This could be a sympathy card set. It could be just a thinking of you. It's also got a congratulations in there as well. Really love those images. I think they're all going to work well together. Again, this comes with its own set of dies, which I'm imagining, just from memory, are going to cut out these images here. But let's just have a look and see what's in the set of dies, because sometimes it's surprising. Sometimes they put extra bits in that you're not expecting. All right, it looks like there's a word window. It looks like there's a pot shape so that you could have some flowers growing in a pot. There's some little flower dies which are really pretty, and there's the large shapes obviously to cut out the lovely and sweet images out of that set. Really like that. Anything botanical, you really can't go wrong with it. You can use it for masculine, you can use it for any occasion, and when they coordinate so beautifully, it just makes creating so much easier. All right, so here are some celebration sets. The great thing about ordering in the product purchase premiere was we could also order our celebration freebies. So I ordered a couple of these. This is the 2 stamp sets. I think I got 2 stamp sets overall. This one's the watercolour melon, and you'll notice that shape goes with our modern oval punch. And you could even do half punches of the modern oval punch. That's going to be really fun to play with. That's like a 2-step, 3-step stamp. You've got your watermelon seeds. Love the texture of that stamp. It's almost like photorealistic, distinctive stamp style. Not sure if it is actually a distinctive stamp, but it looks like it is. And I'm going to have a lot of fun. That's also another summery kind of card. I loved the softly sophisticated stamp set because it's another 2-step stamp. And I just think you could do a whole heap of different effects with this one because it's got the bold images in the stamps. It is in fact a photopolymer. You could do a stipple effect with your Stampin' Write markers. You could do a rock and roll. You could kiss the stamp on another pattern, so to do like a crosshatch or something like that with these flowers and make them look a little bit vintage. I think I'm going to have a bit of fun with this, and I love I love this little set of leaves here, which I think you're meant to stamp the flowers into. I also really love the greetings and the font in this one. So that was a freebie, and you'll be able to earn that. I think it was a $90 order freebie. You'll have to correct me later if I'm wrong about that, because I don't actually have a celebration catalogue to check. Oh, this one's an interesting one. Oh, this is actually from our current catalogue. Okay, so this is from the current holiday catalogue, and I won't open it, but it's the Stars at Night hybrid embossing folder with matching dies. And I'm going to be doing some of my Christmas projects with that, so I'm going to put that to the side. This one here is called Painted Paradise, and we actually got this for free. Every demonstrator who registered for the onstage at home to watch online, we were able to order this with our product purchase premiere, and I think it's a $39 stamp set. It's a photopolymer set, but look at all of those images there. So it is what they call a reversibles stamp set, and by that I mean you can use each of the stamps back to front. So you flip it over on the block and use that image, and then you come in and use that image. So you've got basically two stamps for one, and that's why it looks like there's more than 20 stamps there. It's 20 images, but you can flip them and use them, especially with these geometric ones, these even shaped ones, I should say. You can use them as overlays. So you want to stamp one colour underneath and another colour over the top. Love the pots. I love the succulents. I really love the shape of all of those, and it's just kind of a little bit modern and stylised as well. I think that's going to be really good to use for all occasions. It doesn't come with any greetings, but you could pair any greeting set with it. But just a lot of fun to play with. You know, you could stamp a couple of plants, you could just stamp one. I think it's going to be a gorgeous set to add to my collection. I'm very excited about that. Alrighty, what else do we have? Okay, this is also part of the Notes of Nature bundle or suite of products. This is actually called Faux Leather. Let me see what it's the name of it. Gold Faux Leather Trim. So let's just have a little look at it. It does really feel like a leather trim. I'm just wanting to unpeel the plastic tape so that I can get it out and show you. So it's got a little bit of a gold fleck. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. And it really does. It stretches like leather. It's very soft, so I think you'll still be able to tie a bow with it. Let me just try. It's not so stiff that you can't tie a bow. I think you could even sort of do some macrame designs with this. Make some little macrame baskets to hang your planted paradise images in. But it is really beautiful to play with. And I do love that fleck of gold. It's quite sophisticated. So that's gorgeous. The other thing I got, I think this is also from that suite. These are adhesive backed cork rounds. And I think they are real cork. Feel that. Yeah, well, you can't, but I can. It is very textured. And I actually think you'll be able to colour these with either your Stampin' Write markers or even your Stampin' Blends, your alcohol markers. You might even be able to emboss on them. I think you'd still be able to see that lovely cork texture coming through the ink or the embossing. So that's fun. Looking forward to using those. This is the Baker's Twine, and I'm not sure which suite this comes from. It's from one of the new suites, but I think I got it to use with the ice cream set, the ice cream bundle, because I thought how gorgeous and gelato are these colours. They really do remind me of sorbet or gelato or even ice cream colours. What are the colours? Let me have a look. I believe it's Pool Party, Lemon Lolly, and possibly Flirty Flamingo. But they look good together, don't they? You could even put 3 strands of them together. Okay, I also ordered an embossing folder. Now, I can't remember. Oh, yes, this is from the Softly Sophisticated suite. I'm probably saying all the wrong names because I haven't learnt them yet, but the same suite that this beautiful stamp set and the Notes of Nature came from. So I believe it almost looks like a chicken wire fence, but it gives you that lovely, delicate, soft background, textured background to your card. So I believe it's also a 3D embossing folder. Yes, it is. So it'll be a nice deep etch, and that's designed to go with all those lovely images and the style of those stamp sets. Here is another embellishment from the new mini catalogue. These are paper butterfly accents, which, how many do you get? You get 40 butterflies. How amazing is that? So there must be 8 sheets of butterflies there because there's 5 butterflies on each sheet. I can see myself embossing these, colouring them, spritzing them, using them even using them as a stencil. You could use your blending brush and use it as a stencil. Either the outline, once you've punched it out, and then do an infill with the piece that comes out. So they're going to be lots of fun to play with. That's a great embellishment. All right, what else do we have? I think we've got a couple of, oh, nice. We've got a couple of packs of designer series paper. Here is the rainbow backed adhesive dots. These were something that I had to have just because the colours, right? The colours, I think you can't see all of them in here. Let me open this. Show you all the colours. Here we go. We've got a purple as well. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 colours in the one pack. That is amazing. And look at them. They're gorgeous. They're really shiny, like little bubbles. And I think they'll go with lots and lots of projects because there's such a good variety of colours there. I love these embellishments. Here is the paper that goes with the Nature's Sweetness. You'll recognise those images from that stamp set. But I did want to have a look at this paper in real life. So let me open it for you so that you can see it too. It looks like a lot of it is foil. It's a specialty paper. So let me just pop the cardboard over here. So let me just show you one by one. So that side is gold foil with a white background. You could brayer over the top of this. We have a new brayer in our catalogue, by the way. Yep, very exciting. A rubber brayer. You could also use your blending brushes on this. You could colour it even, and the foil would resist. And that's the other side of that one, so that's very pretty. So I believe each side is, each sheet, sorry, has a foil side. Oh no, this one looks like it's got a foil on both sides. So that's got a lovely, it's got a beautiful gold background. And this one, oh, I thought it was foil, but it's not. There you go. That one is, I think it's got cinnamon cider as, is it cinnamon cider? I think that's the colour. Pecan pie, sorry, pecan pie as the colour of the leaves, and it looks really gold. That's quite beautiful. You can make boxes out of this and everything. Oh, I like that one. I like that one with the writing and the gold flecks all over it. Looks like you've used a stamp and embossed in gold. And the other side of that one, and I believe the dies that match the lovely and sweet stamp set will also cut out these images from the paper. So you've got a lot of options for cutting. You're not having to cut everything by hand. So that's that one. I can see myself using that one a lot. Here's another one. This could almost be a Christmas paper. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You could imagine some holly, some green fronds on that as well. Maybe a word window. and you could have that as the background for a Christmas card. Really like that. The other side, oh, that's quite nice too. That's got another bit of writing on it, but it's also got some flecks. Very vintage, really nice. And these plainer sides would be really good to stamp on as well. So you can add some stamping to that. That's the other side again. Here is a lovely crosshatch pattern, and that's the gold on the top of some white. That's quite beautiful, isn't it? And the other side, oh, wow. Okay, so you could make 6 different cards with this. I can see, yes, 6 different cards if you cut them crossways like that. And they could be 6 different card fronts for, yeah, and they're all different. That's beautiful. I like the circle in the background too. That's really, really pleasing to the eye. Okay, what's our final one? Oh, that is stunning. Look at that. It looks like it is, I'm trying to remember the colour. It's one of our new in colours, Pebble Path and gold. How stunning is that? That's actually really masculine, that one. The dark colour with the gold. Yeah, and there's some beautiful words on there and a little bit of a fleck. I don't know if you can see that gold fleck in the background as well. And there is a copper clay crosshatch pattern. Some of them are really plain and simple, which would allow you to layer some different elements on some stamped and cut images, maybe some ribbon and embellishments. So that is going to be awesome to play with. I really like that. I'm thinking you might even make a card with that today. What do you think? What would be your preference? How about you choose what I get to make the card with? Hi, Linny. Notes of Nature. Has yours arrived yet? It didn't take long. I was really impressed. This arrived on Friday for me, so I can't remember what day I ordered, but it was a couple of days before. So, yeah, very excited that it arrived so soon. This is another pack of designer series paper, and it is a celebration item, I believe. And this is the softly stippled celebration paper, which was free with the $90 order. And there are some really pretty patterns in this. So one side of this is quite intricate. There's some beautiful flowers, and they've got that lovely stippled pattern. You can see some really nice colours there. And the other side is quite plain. Again, you could stamp on this, and you could sort of use it as the basis for a very simple layout or card. This one's got the roses. It looks like either Flirty Flamingo or Calypso Coral. Oh, and that one looks a bit like fabric. It looks a bit like linen. Isn't that beautiful? Really like that. Very nice. These are always nice for boxes too, because when you're making boxes with Stampin' Up paper, you get to see both sides of the paper. This one it looks like wild wheat, and we've got some beautiful leaves. And on the other side, it looks like pool party and another sort of a linen-y looking pattern. So those two together are really quite pretty as well. Here is one that you could almost colour with your blending brushes or even your Stampin' Blends. You could cut out around those. You could even layer some on top of each other. Really like that. That would also make a nice background. And that looks like Calypso Coral, sort of like a watercolour wash in the background, I guess. Almost like that velvety paint that you use for walls. Oh, this one's pretty. Love this. We've got some little flowers that look like forget-me-nots. And the other side is a wild wheat. A little bit of a thicker pattern with that wild wheat. Looks like a coarser linen, but really nice. They almost look photorealistic, these, like they've taken a photo of fabric and printed it on the paper. That's what it looks like to me. All right, our final one. This is quite gorgeous. This looks like Wild Wheat and possibly Pool Party, or maybe Lost Lagoon. Not sure. Really like that. On the other side, oh, nice. Wild Wheat. Yeah, it looks like a sort of stucco paint on a wall. Really like that texture. Okay, so that is my pre-order. Now, what would you like to see me create with? If you guys don't have any suggestions, I might just choose, because I've got an idea about what I might want. So let me just make sure my camera is in the right spot. I might have to go and get some ink and things like that as I go. So bear with me if I need to go over to my ink station. I think I might use the Lovely and Sweet dies, the Lovely and Sweet stamp set. I'll show you how I mount my stamps. I'm definitely going to use some of this gorgeous leather, faux leather trim. And I might grab some of these cork embellishments, adhesive backed cork rounds. Really like all of those things together. And I think I'm going to grab some of that Designer Series paper. I might go a darker colour. I might just use the crosshatch pattern in the background. And I could just cut one of these out. It's telling me I've got low battery, so I hope I don't run out. All right, let's see how we go. All right, so I'm going to, first of all, just, what will I grab? I might grab some words actually. Just sending a bit of love your way. I like that one. All right, so I've got that. I'm going to go really simple with this card. I'm going to get some of the texture stamps as well. So I'm going to get the crosshatch and also this little stamp that kind of looks like it's from a botanical journal. So what I need to do is I need to get all of these stickers and expose them. So I've got this one here. And I've got this one here. It's my greeting. And I've also got this one, the botanical sign, I guess it is. All right, so how I mount my stamps is I just expose the stickers like that, and you've just got to take off the white paper and make sure it's around the right way, so that's looking good. And then you just plonk it straight down and pick up the sticker like that. And then that's ready to go on your block once you've got your block. I've got some blocks here, thankfully. So I'll just peel off those and pop them like that. Alrighty, looking good. Okay. So what I'm going to do, instead of stamping and and colouring, I'm going to go really simple, as I said, and I'm going to use, and I think I'm right when I say that these are going to fit. Look how perfectly that fits there. So what I'm going to do is cut around this very carefully first, with some scissors. These are my paper snips. I'll just grab my paper snips and I'll come in and I'll miss all of the other images because I'll use them later. And I just think this is going to be a really sophisticated card because I'm not going to add any extra colour. It's just going to be the Pebble Path background and the gold and white in the foreground. All right, so there is my main image. This one, I might actually use the word window for my greeting. And I'm going to stamp a little bit of this in the background. How will I put this on? I might use the same colour, Pebble Path, just to add a little bit of texture to the extra texture to the background. I also think I will add a couple of flowers. Maybe I'll do them in gold. One of these. Just cut a little bit off this. I'll trim a little bit off when I am cutting my card base. Okay, so I'm going to cut the flowers, just so that you know, out of this gold here. So I'm going to have a lot of gold in the flower shape. And I might even use these as the middle of the flowers. I'm really making this one up on the fly as I go. All right, let me grab my paper trimmer. I think my card base is going to be basic white, so that I'll just keep it really, really simple. So I'm going to cut this like I normally do at 10 by 14.5. And that will be the background of my card. 10 by 14.5. There's my background. I'm also just going to cut a small strip of this one. Now, this is that gorgeous paper from the suite. And I'm just going to cut a little square, maybe even a 3 by 3. I probably don't need a lot, maybe 4 by 4. 4 by there we go. 4 by 4. Just need a little bit. So that's that gold for our flowers. Hopefully I'll be able to put all of these through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine all at once. And the ink I'm going to use is the Pebble Path, because I want it to stand out. I'm going to use white for my greeting and then cut it out with this word window. Really like that, because you can use it that way or that way. And because my greeting is going up and down, I've not played with this before, so I'm just guessing that that's a word window. I'm pretty sure that's what it would be for. All right, so I'm going to get my Pebble Path and I'm just going to put a bit of extra texture. Now, if you wanted to do something more elaborate, you could even use your gold embossing powders, or your metallic embossing powders. So I'm just going to stamp this a couple of times just to kind of add a little bit of interest in the background. Yeah, maybe a couple more times. There we go. So you can see now I've got some words happening in the background, and it's just added a little bit of extra interest. Here is my word, my greeting, and I'm just going to grab a little piece of basic white. Thankfully I've got scraps lying around. All right, so just sending a little bit of love. So this is Pebble Path. Now hopefully this is big enough. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Awesome. All right. And you know what? I'm actually going to do some embossing because I think that's going to look quite nice. So let me, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to grab my gold embossing powder, my embossing buddy, and also my Versamark, which is essential for embossing, and I think this will look gorgeous. So I'm just going to go over with the embossing buddy. I'm adding gold now. I couldn't resist. I just had to do it. So I'm just going to put a little bit there and a little bit there and maybe just down the bottom here. So let me just get that on. The good thing about this pattern too is you don't have to be precise with it because it's not words or anything. It's just a crosshatch pattern, which is a little bit random anyway. So I'm just going to filter that back in. And let's see if we've captured it. Yeah, look, see? When I heat that, it's going to be quite amazing. Let me just get my heat tool. Tangle of cords there, sorry about that. Bit of a tangle. Okay, let me just plug that in. And Alright, here we go. So this is going to come out really nice once I have heated it. You'll be able to see it better. Wow, that looks gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, I'm really happy with that. I think that is quite stunning. Can you see the gold? Yeah, it's looking pretty nice. And I think, yeah, that's just added something extra to that background, hey? All right, let me close my ink pad and put the lid back on my embossing. And I'll get my stamps out of the way. And I will put my lid on here as well. And now I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and I'm going to cut all of these things out. And yeah, cut all of these things out. And then you guys will be able to see how the card's going to come together. At the moment, it's just in my head. So I've got to get it out of my head and onto a card. That's the aim, right? Okay, so here is our greeting. And here is our main image. How perfect does that look? Still not sure where I'm going to put my flowers, but that's okay. Definitely I'm going to do at least 3 flowers, I think. So I'm going to do the 4 there. Just squish them up a bit, and then I can use that paper for something else too. Don't want to waste any of that. And I think that's it. So I'm going to grab the top plate and run all of those through together. I love christening new dies and stamps. Lots of fun. Oh, I'm liking that word window. That's nice. Look at the pattern on the top and bottom of that. Doesn't that look great? Maybe a couple of flowers around that. Maybe that's where they need to go. I just had a thought. All right, here we go. Here's all our little flowers. Cute. Let's get them off my plate. There we go. I love how they're sort of like all different sizes. And here is our beautiful die cut piece. How gorgeous is that? That would be super hard to cut out if you had to do that by hand. So I'm really glad that the dies match the images in the paper too, because that was so easy, right? Didn't have to stamp anything even. Didn't have to colour anything in. Brilliant. All right, let me put this together and see where it goes. So I will need some glue. Suddenly my work surface is looking very, very messy. You guys are probably the same as me. Hopefully you are anyway. All right, so let me just arrange this. I've got my gold piece. I definitely think I need to tie a bow with my faux leather trim. That is so gorgeous, that stuff. And that is also going to pick up the gold, obviously. Perfect. And we'll need some glue dots or a glue dot to stick that on. I think that needs to go. Maybe if I twist it around like that, pop it up the top. Oh, I think that looks good. Very nice. All right, let me get a couple of these. I like making cards that I really don't know how they're going to turn out, other than the idea I have in my head. It's kind of fun. A bit nerve-wracking when you're doing it as a Facebook Live, but look, that's okay. You guys enjoy the ride with me, so we don't know where we're going to end up yet, but we'll get there. All right, so I'm going to actually raise this. I think it needs to be raised against this background. I'm going to put about 5 of these dimensionals on the back. There we go. And as I said, that's going to go up the top towards the left. So it's sort of a little bit kind of lopsided, which is good. And then I've got my greeting, which I think, actually this needs to be twisted a little bit more that way. That's looking good. All right. Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe here. I don't know. I need to actually work this out, which way it's going to go. Okay, let me twist it a little bit more that way. All right. Now this is not going to be overhanging the card because this piece actually has to go onto a card base eventually, which is fine. So what I'll do is I will stick this onto the card straight down onto the card. I'm not going to raise it because the flowers will be raised a little bit. They will have, I'm going to stick that over the top of some of that gold, but that's okay. There we go, looking good. I'm going to get some glue dots again and just pop a glue dot behind each of these flowers. Where are you? There you are. First one. I love how the flowers turned out. I'm really happy that they're mostly gold. And the little ones can go, the little one can go down the bottom. And there we go. Very nice. Alrighty, this is looking good. I'm going to move this over a bit. Very indecisive about where I want these flowers. Hopefully you guys don't do this with your cards. The good thing is though, even if you've used dimensionals, you can pick it up and yeah, you can move it around. All right, now these cork embellishments, where should I put them? Should I put them in the middle? Hi, Marilyn. Yeah, it's nice paper. It is very pretty paper. You can change it up as I have done, or you can just leave it as is, and it is quite gorgeous. I'm thinking maybe I could just dot a couple of these cork rounds down here. What do you think? Let me just see. For the middle of my flowers? Yeah. I think that kind of helps to ground the flowers a little bit. Oh, and maybe, because I've done 3 there, maybe I just need 2 larger ones in the middle. What do you think? The cork rounds really go beautifully with that faux leather, trim. So there you go. Oh, I'm thinking that looks good. I don't know what you guys think, but I like how you've got 2 larger ones in the middle there and 3 little ones in the middle of those flowers that I cut separately. So now I need to decide what to do about my card base. I think because it's a vintage card, I'm going to do my favorite technique, which is having my scissors closed. If you came to the craft show, the Illawarra Craft Alive, we were using this technique on our make and takes. We made a Christmas card, and it just kind of roughs up the edges of cardstock or paper to take that straight edge off. So I love how it sort of just makes it look even more vintage. And I think it needs maybe to be on either a crumb cake or a white background. Let me just have a look and I will see what I can find. There you go, changed my mind. It's going to be on a pecan pie background. So let me just fold that one. Pecan pie card base. My bone folder is buried under a mountain of stuff at the moment. So, okay, all right, I'm going to put some glue on the back of this. Love that other side too, but we did capture one of those flowers for this card, so I don't feel so bad about covering it up. And that goes in the middle there. And there is my card. I really like that. I think it's simple enough to make. You could make several of these in one go. If you didn't have all the embellishments, it wouldn't matter. You could just have a very simple layout, even without that extra background, the extra gold and stamping in the background. But those stamps really do lend themselves to layering and vintage style cards. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun playing with them. So look out for those in the brand new catalogue. If you don't have a demonstrator looking after you, you can let me know and I will make sure that you get the catalogue where all of these products that I've used come from, so that you'll be in the loop and you'll be able to browse and shop. I like having a real life catalogue, a paper catalogue, because it's nice to be able to leaf through and get ideas and inspiration too. We don't always have a phone handy or a computer handy to be online, so let me know if you'd like a copy of the catalogue and I will organise to get one to you. I'm going to switch the camera back around. Thanks for coming on that adventure with me. And yeah, as I said, I didn't really know where it was going to end up. I didn't even know what stamp set I was going to use. So it was kind of fun, but I did like the way this card turned out. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. I'm going to put some photos of this up on my Facebook page and with some more details about these stamps and accessories that I just used. But thanks for watching and I will see you again next time. Bye.